The richest place on the planet is a graveyard because that is where dreams go to die. And I say that because if those people chose to give themselves the chance to carve out that time to be consistent within their own life for what it is that they wanted to achieve, where would they have really been? Welcome to Damaged Goods. I am your host, Slam, and today I really wanted to focus on consistency. I really wanted to talk about what my journey's been like through 2022 so far, what I'm learning in this time frame. I've been somewhat struggling with being consistent. It's really within my professional life. Not necessarily like me going to work, but after hours, developing that sense of professionalism, doing YouTube, making music, even networking, building the brand. Because now that I'm wearing so many hats, juggling so many different tasks, I realize that I'm failing to carve out the necessary time to succeed. And let me explain. When it comes to me making music, I sit down and I actually make a track every week. Some weeks I don't really get to producing the full track. I'll like make a melody. Like this week, I ended up working on an actual song itself. That doesn't make up for what my initial goal was. You can't move the goalposts within being consistent. I'm still shooting and releasing this video before Sunday, which for me is always the beginning of the week. So I technically still have time to produce that track, but the last thing I want to do is work on things at the last second. Even if you gotta scrape the barrel, scrape the bottom of the bucket to essentially make it out on time, it's better to be consistent instead of missing the goal because you have 30 seconds on the clock. Outside of making music, I sit down and I also make these videos. And in reference to doing YouTube, I've been doing things at the last second, shooting videos at the last second. Like I'm intending to post this video come Friday. It's literally Thursday. And it's not to sit here and say that I'm intentionally waiting for the last second, but I'm not utilizing my time correctly. And that's kind of the purpose of me wanting to make this video, talking about my struggles with being consistent. I'm still living up to the goals I'm setting for myself. It's not what it needs to be. I need to do this more and more every day. How can I sit back and reflect on myself? And how could I become more consistent for the things that I'd like to achieve? How do I carve out time and create the life that I truly want? What it is that I truly want can be achieved. I don't have to sit down and work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. I can actually sit down and work on my goals and dreams when the time comes, as long as I've remained consistent and prepared myself. It's only a matter of time. This moment in my life makes me think back to a video that I watched a couple years back, and I'll be leaving the video in the description if anyone wants to watch it. It's essentially about doing the thing that you would like to achieve the most every single day so you can develop that edge over the next person. It brings me to this place of the overnight success. It took years of groundwork and laying the foundation and building the walls, building the roof, and then checking the foundation as you go through each stage. That's where you want to be while you're flourishing, while you're developing your skills, checking your skills, going back to double up on them. I remember within my first week, the main thing I was concerned about is learning how to make videos. I learned how to make a reaction video. From there, I began really focusing on how do I make the videos more entertaining? What are smaller things within the videos that I could make more interesting or accentuate certain things and features about these videos to make them more engaging and entertaining, even just to look better. Every step of the way, it's the small and gradual things that build up over time. This is just the beginning of everything that I'm doing. So I understand like there's going to be a learning curve within my daily routine. Even fitting in cooking meals while I'm doing all of this is somewhat hectic. And honestly, I'm at the point in my life where it's like, I don't really think I'll ever have a regular time. I don't really order out. And I also try to make sure that while I'm in this space, I'm doing the best I can to keep myself healthy, as well as focus on, again, creating content, but not burning out or dying of thirst or hunger or whatever the case may be. It's really being able to juggle everything, because I don't believe you're a one-trick pony. I don't believe in life you make it anywhere being able to do only one thing. I've never seen a CEO or heard of a CEO who can't do it all, or at least do most of it. I'm certain if Jeff Bezos were to look back on his early days, he was essentially the marketer, the brander, the person running everything behind the scenes. Maybe he wasn't doing like web development. It's little things like that where you have to be able to do everything in the early stages, and you have to commit to being able to do everything. Apple, Microsoft, things like PayPal, Tesla, Elon Musk, just things that we use on a daily basis. Like, these were all small ideas at one point in time. Everything came from a single place, someone's mind. They chose to be consistent how they were going to get there, taking the gradual steps to build and to create whatever it is that their mind conceptualized. Again, all the previous examples I gave you, these were just ideas that someone possibly wrote on a sheet of paper, someone just put in front of them and said, how do I make this my reality? Be consistent in whatever it is that you truly want, whether it's you want to be an artist, a magazine editor, you want to be someone who runs theaters, who does Broadway shows, Met Galas. I said Met Galas. Who does like fashion shows, runway, things like that. But really anything that it is that you truly want and that you truly want to manifest within your life, write it down and begin going forward. Begin understanding that there are growing pains to this. Not necessarily being uncomfortable, but just not being well versed. Essentially getting the ball rolling, trying to make everything fit. Thank you for tuning in to Damaged Goods. You guys have a great day and stay safe.